A very good morning to you all students. We begin with a new lesson today, lesson 3.6. Think before you speak. This lesson is on page 75 of your textbook. Please do keep your pencils ready in your hand. Now this lesson is very interesting because it just makes you think about some things that we do without thinking at all. Especially when we speak something harsh or say some harsh words which hurt others. We cannot undo, we cannot take back our words. Yes, at the most we can say a sorry, but sometimes even that sorry is not a heartfelt sorry, we just say it for the sake of saying. So, this lesson makes you realize the harm that you do, the harm that can cause, sometimes irreparable. It cannot be repaired. The damage done by the words, by harsh words, cannot be repaired sometimes. Sometimes your friendship is broken, your trust is broken, and that cannot be got back again. Not at least to the way it was always before. Yes? So that's why this lesson is telling you to think before you speak. Now let's begin. Man was meant to listen more and talk less. That is why, as the great British statesman Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Endowed means blessed, okay, or given. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only 1 ear. So it's a very simple thing, logical thing to think. If you were supposed to talk more and listen less, you would have had 2 mouths and only 1 ear. But it's actually the other way around. You're supposed to listen more, observe more. Okay? Imagine how we would have looked. How strange with 2 mouths on the 2 sides and 1 ear at the center. And mind you, the ears are like funnels. You know what are funnels? You pour you want to pour any liquid into something. You have a funnel with a long little tube where it's easy to pour. It doesn't spill this side and that side. Open all the time. There is no door with which you can close them. Whereas if you have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls, 2 fences. That is firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. There is secondly the fence of the 2 lips. So even before you speak, you can see your ears are totally open. There's just a hole directly going into your ears. There's no blockage over there for sound to come in or go out. Whereas in order for you to speak, the sound has to pass through. Is it possible for you if you close your mouth? Is it possible for you to speak? No. You have to open your mouth. Not only your teeth have to be apart, but even your lips have to be open. Otherwise, the sound is not going to come out. So there are 2 barriers, 2 fences from the stopping the sound from coming out. Before a word can be spoken, it has to pass. It has to pierce through these 2 walls. Pierce means poke through, go through and through. You know, you pierce your ears, कान को टोचते हैं. You poke from one side and it comes out on the other side. So it goes through the flesh. Okay, so it pierces. Therefore, we must think at least twice before we utter a word. Utter means say a word. A very wise man once remarked that of the unspoken word you are a master, and of the spoken word you are a slave. So, if you have not spoken anything, you are the master because you can just change it because you've not yet said it. Maybe you were thinking of saying something bad, but in your mind, you keep it in your mind, and after some time, you realize, okay, things are not so bad after all. So, you can change it and say something good. Well, as if you have already spoken something bad, very difficult to undo it. Once you have spoken a word, you cannot get it back. Do what you will. Therefore you must be very careful about the words that you speak. Once the word has left your lips, you will not be able to get it back. What are unspoken words? They are things you want to say but remain unsaid as thoughts in your mind. So you think about it but you do not say. Once you have put the thoughts into words, once the words have left your lips, you cannot change them or control them. A young man went to his spiritual teacher and said, I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to my friend, and he is deeply hurt. I am afraid I have lost my friendship with him. How can I make amends? Make amends means make up. Yes, patch up. Okay, so he wants to know how he can make friends again with him. Okay, now maybe he was angry, maybe he was irritated, maybe he was not well, but even then, whatever he wanted to say, he should have thought it in his mind and not said it out loudly. The wise teacher gave him a fresh sheet of blank paper and a pen. He said to the young man, write down on this paper all the harsh things you said to him. The young man did as he was told and showed the paper to the teacher. Now tear up this sheet of paper into as many small bits as you can, the wise teacher said. Soon the single sheet was torn into 100 tiny bits of paper. Throw the bits out of this window, the teacher told him. That was easily done. It was a windy day, and the tiny bits were scattered far and wide. Scattered means spread out far and wide, even as the young man watched. Now go into the street and collect as many bits of the paper as you can, the teacher ordered him. The young man was taken aback. Taken aback means shocked. But but that will be difficult, he stammered. Stammered means to falter as you're talking, not be able to speak smoothly. You will stop and speak with breaks. It will be difficult indeed. But do give it a try, the teacher suggested. The young man went out. He returned half an hour later, exhausted. Exhausted means totally tired. He had not been able to get hold of a single torn bit from the paper he had torn up just a while earlier. This is what happens with the spoken word, the teacher said to him. Once you have spoken the words aloud, it is very difficult to take them back. Therefore, learn to think before you speak in anger. So, the teacher made him realize that it's very easy to speak, but you have to have patience, you have to have control over your tongue. Socrates was one of the wisest men of the ancient world. Many were the youths whose lives he influenced for the better. So he was a great philosopher, a thinker, a person who brought about change in the way people thought. Socrates counseled means gave advice to his students to keep their mouths shut and speak only when absolutely necessary. O wise one, how may we know when it is right to speak? They asked him. Open your mouth to speak only after you have asked yourself 3 questions and received an affirmative answer to each of the three, replied Socrates. So he told them 3 questions you will ask, and each of these questions should get an answer as yes, okay, it's okay, or not okay, whatever. The first question we must ask ourselves before we speak is it true? If we are not sure about the veracity means truth of what we are saying, it is better that we do not utter a word. So if you're not sure about the honesty, the genuinity of what is being said, it's better not to say anything. We utter words carelessly. Utter means to say. We ourselves become transmitters of untruth. So if we say, just repeat what others have said. We are the ones who are furthering or making known to others the lie. Okay, so better to be quiet. Don't be the carriers of lie. The second question to ask is it pleasant? Many are the empty remarks and vain statements. Empty remarks means which have really no meaning, no weightage. Vain statements means the same thing. They are made statements which have no value, no importance, that people make in idleness to hurt others. It is better that these unpleasant words remain unspoken. So what he's saying, it's better not to speak a word. if it's not pleasant. If it's going to hurt somebody, better not to say it. The third question, according to Socrates, is it useful? Is our statement going to benefit the listener? Will our words bring comfort to someone? Are we likely to help someone with what we say? Only if you get the answer yes, that's when, remember he said your answer should be yes. Only in that case should we go ahead and speak. So, only if you feel it is the truth, only if you feel it is pleasant, and only if you feel it is useful, you should go ahead and speak anything. Okay, now, as a homework, you will read the lesson at least twice and you will do the second exercise, complete the following. Okay, you will only do this part, the second exercise, complete the following. So anyway, if you have any doubt also, you can ask me. There shouldn't be, this lesson is quite easy. So I hope you have a good and pleasant day ahead.